Right now, I want to compare the Bissell Crosswave Turbo to the Bissell Crosswave Hydrosteam. First, I'm going to go over some basic differences with the machines themselves. And then I've got a sticky mess here on the floor, some jelly that I put on the floor here. A pretty big spot, 2 spots of jelly, probably about 8 inches round, that has been drying on the floor for about an hour. So we're going to see how they do cleaning that up. So first of all, kind of the basic similarities and differences. So as far as the machines go, they really have a very similar size and shape, and actually they weigh about the same as well. Just picking them up, just kind of eyeballing it. Taking the the clean water reservoirs off here, they are identical water reservoirs, and they both go in the same exact way. You just kind of push them down, push them, and they kind of snap and click into place. As far as controls go here, so they both have the 2 buttons on the top here. You'll just step on the head of the machine here to pull the handle back to kind of get moving. This one does have a settings button here on the top to switch through the different settings, whether you're going to do steam or not. This one has a power button to turn it on and off, and then this one actually does have the cleaning button, so it's got a 3rd button. This one just has 2 buttons. It's hard floor, your rug, or if you hold that button for 3 seconds, it's the self-cleaning. So they both do have self-cleaning. The covers of the machines actually pop off really easily, so they both got this little hook or latch right here that you just pull off. On the same side here, you can pull off the brush. The brushes are a little bit different here. So for the Crosswave Turbo, it looks like a longer, thinner brush. And then on the Hydrosteam, it looks like a little bit shorter, but a little bit thicker brush there. They both have the bristles in between here. So kind of your typical or standard agitator, which is plastic, and then your foam or, your fabric kind of woven string kind of brush around it. They both have a little slot that they line up on the side, and then you push the other side in. All right, and then the plastic covers are really easy to put on. You just kind of push them back into place. The only thing I've noticed on the Turbo, separate from the other models that I've used, is that this plastic cover doesn't just go right on. You kind of have to actually push it back and then snap it down. Just a little thing, it's not hard, it's just a little difference there on the cover there. So I think this one has a little bit wider cleaning area for the Turbo, just maybe an inch or a half an inch, not a huge amount. So let's go ahead and test it out, clean up the jelly, and see how they perform. Here again is the jelly that has been drying on the floor here in the kitchen for about an hour now. It's a little bit tacky to the touch, but it's not coming up that much on my finger, see? So it's a little bit tacky. So it is kind of drying fairly well. So that's a nice sticky mess, which will give us a good idea of how good these clean. Now here I'm just cleaning the spots with both machines at the same time. I am pulling the trigger on both machines the entire time, so it is dispensing water and cleaning solution while it is scrubbing. And of course, on the Hydrosteam, it is using that steam setting. And I go over these spots here with both machines a total of 7 times. It looks like, oh, what's that? That's chocolate. So that's not jelly, that's chocolate from, I guess another mess. And then I'm looking for jelly over here. Here's a little bit right here. So it still feels sticky right there. Let's see if I can feel anything sticky over here. So no, nothing sticky there. Over here, yeah, there's some sticky right here. It's coming up on my finger there. But overall, still did a really good job. And here I just want to finish up cleaning what was left on the Bissell Crosswave Turbo side, and I went over it 3 more times and it picked it up great. Oh yeah, that got it that time. Well, that was interesting actually. I thought that the Crosswave, the Hydrosteam, would clean it up like twice as fast, but it really didn't. It did clean it up a little bit faster, but then I just needed 2 or 3 more passes here with the Turbo, and it cleaned it up as well, so I think they both did a really good job. One final thing is that the dirty water reservoirs on these, there is a little bit of a difference here. So here on the Turbo, The dirty water reservoir just has the lid and really nothing else inside, right? So that's it. And then on the Hydrosteam here, it does actually have this little tray in here, which, as you can see, helps you collect or catch your hair, dirt, dust, and debris. So that is another difference. The Turbo just does not have that little plastic filter thing. This thing that I'm holding right here, it just doesn't have that. But other than that, the dirty water reservoirs look pretty much identical there. So just a little bit different size and shape there, but very, very similar. Now, as far as kind of everything else, they both have a self-cleaning cycle, so you can clean them that way. And then as far as kind of functionality and everything else, they are very similar. So hopefully that was helpful. I did expect the Crosswave Hydrosteam to perform a little bit better. I think the next test would be to allow that sticky stuff to stay there for maybe 24 hours, a little bit longer, to see if that would impact it even further. But overall, I'm very happy with both of these. And I do like the steam setting. It just makes me feel better watching that steam as it works, and it does seem to do a really good job. But the Turbo and the other model that I've had as well, the Crosswave Pet Pro, they perform really well also. So I really do like all of them. It really kind of comes down to you and your personal preference and your specific situation. So if steam is important to you, you might consider that. If not, this really did perform well in the test that I just did with that sticky jelly that was on the floor for about an hour. I've got complete tutorials on both of these machines if you'd like to check those out next. My name is Drew. I hope that was helpful.